Well, it's where I live, not literally, but my office is in Sewart. I spend a lot of time here as far as, games and workday, everyday workday. It's a second home to me. It's a work home to me.
To find one of the most historic collegiate sports venues in America, you'll have to travel to Winfield, Kansas, home of Southwestern College, a school known for tradition like the 77 Steps of Christie, the Coal Mountain Plaza where students build their name together, and the home of their mascot, Jinx. Most importantly, this is where you'll find the oldest gymnasium west of the Mississippi, Sewart Fieldhouse.
Sewart Fieldhouse was built in 1924. It was completed in 1924. It was about a 2-year building process. Obviously, technology wasn't quite, as far as building technology, wasn't quite what it is today. Back then, a lot of manual placement of stone and stuff like that. So it was about a 2-year process. It opened in 1924.
As if the stage sitting at the far end of the court and the stone walls surrounding the stands weren't unique enough, architects built a track above the court.
The track itself has never been a competition facility. Okay. It's always been purely, you go up and walk on it if you want to, and it's with the banks like it has. It's conducive to practice, to track practice, especially back in the days when indoor track meant running on a lot of short banked surfaces.
Now, it didn't take long for the men's basketball team to take advantage of their new stadium. In 1939, they called themselves national champions.
I was not around for it, obviously, but I would have to imagine the 1939 men's basketball season was special. We were the national champions that year. It's the only national championship this school's ever won.
Priding themselves on defense, Southwestern never allowed an opponent to score over 40 points during the tournament. They would face off in the semifinal round against Glenville State, and then advancing to the championship game, playing San Diego State, where they would win 32-31, the closest game in NAIA tournament championship game history.
Years ago, we had this football rivalry with Fairmount College, Wichita State, and then we went on to beat them for like 14 years in a row or something like that. Okay. And eventually, this Jinx rock came to be. Someone painted a black cat on a rock, and they carried this rock into the football field or something like that, and then it got stolen by Fairmount, Wichita State now, and so that Jinx kind of just became iconic with Southwestern. We kind of built everything we did upon that Jinx concept.
Now, Jinx is the boss of Sewart Fieldhouse, but that comes with no easy task, because this isn't just a basketball court. This is a field house that supports many of Southwestern's athletic programs.
If you look at if you're talking the gym itself, it's our volleyball and basketball facility. Beyond that, it also houses the football locker room, the soccer locker room, football coaching offices. There's a classroom downstairs, and the athletic training room also.
Most recently, the most iconic moment that has happened in Sewart Fieldhouse was the 2013 and 2014 Women's Builders basketball team, where they went undefeated in conference play and advanced to the Elite Eight of the NAIA National Tournament.
3 years ago, when the women's basketball team went undefeated in conference play, they were 30-5 overall that year, advanced to the NAIA Elite Eight round. When we beat Tabor at home to secure that 18th win, secure that undefeated conference season. It was one of the loudest moments I've ever experienced in Sewart. And it was just a neat it's just kind of one of those, this is a special day in history moments.
Right.
And you knew it was, and you knew it was coming, and you're prepared for it, but you weren't prepared for it. I mean, just kind of one of those.
Yeah.
And that's often the mark of a iconic moment. It's like, okay, this is cool. It's a neat place.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unique, and I think I mentioned earlier, it's just one of those places that, it's ours. And
Right.
it's to me, I always enjoy watching teams come in. When teams show up to play us, I love to be in the gym, watching from afar. It sounds creepy, watching from upstairs or something, just to see people's reactions when they walk in if they've never been here. Because every team has the kids that have never been here before. So they come in, you get about half of them will look around and go, what the heck is this? It's not the four walls and a roof that a lot of these new facilities are. But and then you have the other half that are like, this is cool. This is basketball history. This is, Hoosiers. A lot of people compare it to Hoosiers and stuff like that, and it's just neat to see the different reactions.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you don't get that at any other gym or conference.